The Wicked Explorers of Arty 84 and Suzi J is brought to you by thepacky.com. Check out thepacky.com. What's up, everybody? It's the Arty 84 show live here, Revere, Mass. Episode 93. 93. Huh? We're almost at 100.
So when we hit 100?
Sometime in
Heading into summer, closer to summer, or spring at least.
7 weeks from now.
7 weeks.
So we're in beginning of March.
Close
so
to May.
End of April, early May. Plus or minus before Cinco de Mayo.
God.
It's either going to be close to it or after.
I haven't missed a single one.
You did miss one. No, we didn't.
You guys
do
ended
it.
up doing it. Yeah, because Eric wouldn't make it.
That's right. Eric had a urinary tract infection or something of that nature.
Yeah.
I think I had a UTI this weekend when I was in Florida.
That's really hard to get for a guy.
I don't know. Or a bladder infection. Something.
That might happen.
Literally waking up every 2 hours pissing. Like lots of piss.
Oh, that was something you had then. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say blood.
No.
What?
I'd be at the hospital. That was the night that we went to. It was a boring night, too. We didn't even do anything. It was a Monday night. We had a very old person vacation.
It was a little eye-opening for you? It was
wasn't
fun, obviously, but was it a little eye-opening in ways like that?
No, I mean, we've been getting to that point at the last year or so. When I first I think I just had a stroke.
Get it out.
When I first met Suzi, we would be up at all hours of the night.
Yeah.
She'd be hanging out at the bar on a school night and getting hammered and going to work the next day. And now she goes to bed at 8:30. And so do I.
That's really. What time do you really go to bed usually?
We usually fall asleep on the couch around 8:30.
Wow.
And one of us is awakened usually around 10 o'clock.
Then that's when that's like
then
a
we go to bed.
bedtime nap, and then you go to okay. What
Which
time?
sucks because if I sleep past like an hour and a half falling asleep on the couch, I'm laying in bed for 2 hours staring at the ceiling. I won't fall asleep till after 2 o'clock.
Okay, what time do you get up in the morning?
4:45.
So how many hours sleep do you get? It sounds like about maybe 6.
I usually get a solid. My average 9 o'clock is our target time, and 5 o'clock is my snooze till time. So it's 9. That's 3 to 12. 9. So it's 7.
You said 9.
9. 7? 6 and 3/4 to 7 hours is my magic number.
That's a normal amount of sleep actually. But damn, you have to get up earlier, so that makes sense.
And then I'm home. Sometimes I'll sneak a nap, and like tomorrow, I'll get home like at 4:30. I'll probably take a nap on the couch until she gets home, like at 7.
I'm jealous of that. I wish I could be one of those people that takes power naps. But once I'm out, it's over.
Well, that's the problem. If she doesn't wake me, then we're in for the night on Friday.
God,
because I'm not waking up.
We're getting older, man.
Yeah,
just gotta adapt.
Sucks. We forced ourselves to go out, so we went down to Florida Friday. A week yesterday. Week today. What? A week ago
dude.
tomorrow.
Are you all right?
I think I'm Alex Trebek in it right now.
We're not even 5 minutes in. You're stuttering.
I know.
Like,
fuck. I'm seeing Tim Tracker's beautiful face on TV right now. Watching Tim Tracker in the background is like going to like a strip club that has like porn playing in the background and mute. You know, ever been to a place like that?
No. Actually, never have. Usually music videos. I've seen music
videos too, yeah.
But never actually porn.
No, the porn? No,
never seen it.
It's kind of weird watching porn. Like, I don't know, who picks it? You know,
yeah, you should be looking at the girls, not the screen.
Yeah.
So you would think, I don't know. What do I know?
At all. We left Friday. We were supposed to land at 10:30. Our flight didn't take off till 10:30. It was a tad delayed. We thought we were going to be stuck in Boston. We finally landed in Tampa. By the time we got a rental car and got to the hotel, greatly the hotel was only like half hour away. We had a convertible Bug, which was very interesting for a car. She enjoyed her Bug.
So I got a question though. Why did Susie get pulled aside?
Oh, it was easily because she was supposed to have her name legally changed by now. And we booked this flight prior to our wedding. And I go, you think you have your name changed and all the things down by March? And she's like, yep. And she didn't. So instead of, she called the airline to change it back, and they gave her a hard time going down.
Yeah.
So she just went through security, and they literally took her into her own room, and I'm not even quite sure what happened to her.
Told her entire life.
All I'm happy is that they didn't open her phone and read text messages that we were saying in the group, because she may or may not have. I was saying stuff like, I think she's a terrorist.
Oh God! No, you weren't. No, you didn't.
It wasn't that bad, but you know, it could have been worse.
No, luckily you guys were the TSA agent had my phone. and you guys were texting. Luckily, I have that text group on Do Not Disturb.
Gotcha.
Or else he would have seen you guys laughing that I was with him.
Yeah.
Having to go through the whole process. And it would have probably been a lot worse.
Well, she made it through, which is good. And then she did the smart thing when we were in Florida. You called the airline and said, yeah, you need to change my fucking name so I don't have to do this going back home.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least I got it sorted out.
Yeah. But, yeah, we get down there. We didn't get into our hotel room until 4:30 in the morning Saturday.
Ugh.
And we get there, and we were planning on an early morning because Busch Gardens opened at 8 or 9. I think they opened at 9. And our goal was to get out of the hotel by like 8:15 to get there when the park opened, to do the whole entire park. So we did, though, because it's like funny. Once you get 4 hours of sleep, it's like as long as you're up at 4 hours, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, that's the bare minimum. You have to. That's a bare minimum. 3.
But if I get like 5.5 to 6, I'm fucked. I need to hit a rim cycle and then be out of it, or do it twice. Like if you know what I mean.
So like 4, 6, or 7, pretty much.
I could do 4. I could do like 3.5 to 4, and then I could do like 6.5 to 7. Anything in between that number, I'm like I wake up and I'm more tired all day than anything else.
Huh.
And if I sleep past like 7:30, like 7.5 hours of sleep, I'm fucked for the rest of the day. Yeah, I have a very temperamental sleep cycle.
Temperamental.
So we went to the Busch Gardens, and Sue was all pumped. We were watching Tim Tracker's video of him on the roller coasters.
Oh, that'll get Susie wet.
And she was like, oh, I could do that roller coaster. And sure enough, she did not.
Oh.
So if Busch Gardens was more of a zoo door, she looked at all the animals and stuff. She didn't ride on many rides.
Is she afraid of roller coasters?
I think so.
Yeah.
She doesn't like the drops.
Okay.
And
all they're going to fall out.
Well, one roller coaster, the first one I went on, literally went up to the top of the hill and then hung over it went straight down,
awesome.
but it just hung there for 30 seconds.
I love that. That's
and
so
then
cool.
wait till you see the POV. Oh, we started a new Facebook, a YouTube page. It's the Wicked Explorers with Arty and Suzi J, but it's a second page. It's called Wicked Explorers Ride POVs.
Check it out.
Yes, we'll be launching that tomorrow. Your first POV will be on there, and it's the Shakira roller coaster that was on.
Shakira?
It's like Shakira. I don't know.
Shakira.
But this one, like, that's the one that hung for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it just goes straight down.
That's cool, man. That's really
It was cool. It was a cool roller coaster. And it had this thing where it has like the little tail to the end of it, and it goes through water and sprays everyone on the park and everything. But I was able to get first row on every roller coaster I went to, and all the video came out good, except for this the last one I went on, the Montu, which was the hanging the roller coaster. It was at nighttime. So I got the video footage because the GoPro is really, really good only when there's a lot of light. When there's no light, the camera sucks.
The spectrum does not work well.
Yeah, even if the ride lit up, you just see like
dots
in the back, and it's unusable video.
No.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
But every other roller coaster came out good. And then I snuck it on a few rides at Universal. I used it on Spider-Man. I had that going, and then Deli Do Right Duns Falls. But that I had the camera too low because they have the thing that goes like you're up to your nose in the fucking the log ride.
Yeah.
But so Saturday night, we went to Busch Gardens. We went to Outback for dinner, and we were in bed by 10.
Outback.
Yeah.
Well, you can go to Outback here. Why would you go to Outback?
Well, because there's like the Busch Gardens is in the middle of like a neighborhood. So
that's right. Yeah, I know that much.
It's like the Busch Gardens, and then across the street's the University of Central Florida, and then there's like neighborhoods everywhere. So there was really no like themed restaurants or anything.
Interesting.
They don't have a resort or anything.
I think there would be 1 or 2 restaurants at least in there, but
no. Well, they have the food restaurants. We do suggest if you go to Busch Gardens, you do get the all-you-can-eat package, and you just got to get one person. Don't get 2, because what happens is you get to eat every hour for free.
Oh.
So you get a meal, a snack, and a dessert in unlimited sodas and bottled water every hour.
The water's key, especially on a hot day. That's awesome.
And then it's buy one, get one free beers with this thing as many times as you want. So you're literally getting a $4 beer. Because I only wanted 1. And the guy's like, well, this one's free. And I go, but I only want 1. He's like, but it's free. And I go, well, I guess got to take it.
Yeah, you got to take
it,
man.
Needless to say, I was double fisting it through Busch Gardens the entire day.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, it was great. That deal by itself, I think it cost $60 a person. We only got 1, so it was fine. And then if we knew that we had to pay for our lunch, if we knew that, I would have just bought one. We just would have split it and would have cost half the price. So
I'm trying to cost compare. Remember when we were in New Orleans? Those buckets of beer. That was really ridiculous.
It was buy one
cheap.
get 3 free.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was like $6 for fucking 4 beers.
That was the best.
Yeah,
that was some of the best priced beer I've ever seen in my life.
Bud Lights, Budweisers, Coronas. The only problem is they don't keep them cold for you.
That's you know what though? That's something I'm willing to sacrifice.
It's a great thing you do when you if there's 4 dudes.
Yeah,
like you have one, and then you just each take turns buying a bucket.
Yeah,
and then before you know it, it costs you $5 for 4 beers.
And if it's something light, it's going to go down real quick, and you can just go to the next one. You can
drink
all those.
Fucking hot as balls when we were in New Orleans.
That was bad.
So we were drinking those things like water.
That was really bad.
Well, Saturday night we went to Universal Studio. We went to the Islands of Adventure, and we stayed out to that night. It was one of my fucked up nights. I was drinking a lot of rum. I'm usually a vodka guy.
Yeah.
This vacation I went rum.
Huh.
So we went to what's that place called? The Bob Marley's place for dinner, which was really cool.
Hit up Shitty Walk.
In City Walk, yeah. And then we went to where did we go? We went to Pat O'Brien's, which is like basically the place we had the Hurricanes down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It was basically that type of place. It looked almost exactly like it too. It was pretty dumb. So we had a hurricane. Excuse me. We got a hurricane souvenir glasses, and then we went to Fat Tuesdays, which was next door, and I got myself another hurricane with an extra shot of rum, and then we played mini golf, and I kicked Susie's ass again.
Yeah.
So, as usual, she lost to me in miniature golf.
This is what
no, you did not. No, you did not.
I didn't?
No, I won by 4.
Oh, I was drunk though.
It doesn't matter.
This was the saddest excuse for a miniature golf course I've ever seen in my life too, and it was fucking like $36.
The architect lost.
It was so she's won in one. I've won 2 times. She's won once. Yes,
2 times.
In our whole entire relationship in the last 3.5 years almost, we only played miniature golf twice.
You guys' competitiveness is hilarious. Sometimes.
Well, I was having a good game, and then the fucking shot hit me and I was like, well, I couldn't see straight the ball.
Yeah,
and it was like when you get into the parking garage at Universal and you walk across those bridges and stuff to get into City Walk.
Oh God, yes, I do know
so
what you're talking about.
Underneath those fucking bridges is where they put the miniature golf course. It was like playing miniature golf on their overpass.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
it was in a very good park. It was something to do while you're there, but there's way better. If we just left and went to like International Drive, there are way better miniature golf courses near our hotel. But we were there, and then we left.
Is that NBA place still there?
No, they changed that to
that
Charlie's Chocolate Factory. It's not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's supposed to look like a chocolate factory. And then they got rid of the NASCAR cafe and they turned that into NBC Sports Zone or something like that.
There's one of those in Gillette.
Yeah. Well, CBS and Gillette, yeah. Okay. And then
Jimmy Buffett's still there, right?
Jimmy Buffett's is still there. They got rid of Emerald Regatas and turned building something over there now. And then of course Pat O'Brien's was still there. It was a few. We didn't. It was Sunday night too, so we didn't really. There's not really much nightlife going on there. But we stayed out till midnight. That was a good night. And then Monday we went and did the largest swing in the world.
Swingers, huh?
Oh yeah, the Star Flyer. Wait till you see the POV on this. So
the Star Flyer.
Tim Tracker did this, and he kept telling people they're not allowed to bring GoPros on the fucking thing. Guess who brought a GoPro on the thing? I had this guy right here. So you got to see the 2 video. They make you put your phone and shit in a bucket underneath your seat, and it's a swing. It's like a swing you see at the carnival that goes up in the air, and you're actually in swings, and you have a little bar that goes over your lap, whatever like that, right? This goes 450 feet up in the air.
Nice.
And it's going so fast, and you go up so fast on this thing, and then at one point the wind was blowing, so when you took a turn, you were actually going sideways and going like this.
That's a little scary.
And then getting whipped around. So I videotaped myself on my phone aiming up at the thing, and then I have the GoPro video. So it's going to do a side-by-side of seeing.
Are you screaming?
No, it was just a little nerve-wracking. Because all you have is like a little seatbelt on you, and a seat like this with a little seatbelt.
Yeah.
And so I was doing some research on it, and you're not supposed to bring a phone or anything on it because these Turkish couple decided they're going to do it one night, and the girl had her phone up in her hand. She's like, oh. God. So she's at 450 feet, the phone flies out of her hand. It still videotapes all the way to the ground, and the phone doesn't break. It lands in the grass. So the video was online of her going, and then dropping. And she goes, oh, my God, it's a blessing. it's a miracle that it didn't break. And I'm like, well, how about it's a miracle you didn't kill someone?
Yeah.
A fucking phone falling 450 feet in the air?
Yeah.
Could
no shit.
literally do some damage to
That
someone.
could really do some damage.
Yeah.
Concussion at least.
So we went on that. That was cool. Then we did the Orlando Eye, which was one of those giant Ferris wheels that go like 400 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool because it takes about 20 minutes to go around, and you get like you're in this big thing with no seats. You just walk around this big giant bubble and you see everything, which is cool.
Huh.
Then we went to Fort Myers and we hung out with the grandmother, and then that night we were in bed fairly early, like 9:30, because we went to a bar afterwards and got bored. We were just sitting at the World of Beers, and I'm like, I'm bored. You want to go somewhere else? And we're like, all right. And then we ended up going to Mona Lisa's, which is a hangout spot. We go there, and there was like 4 people in there, which is also very boring. Susie seen a lesbian lady who was on vacation with her family and a lesbian lover and having an affair with another lesbian in the bathroom.
Should have videotaped that. Jeez.
I know. She goes, that girl's scandalous. I go, what happened? She's like, she's FaceTiming her mistress on the phone.
Susie's in a lot of detail there.
Yeah.
Apparently, this was very entertaining.
I was getting into it. I wanted more details. I goes, was she finger popping herself in the bathroom while she was FaceTiming? Yeah,
Oh.
She was showing what she was showing. Needless to say, we're in bed by 9:30 that night. Our favorite bar has closed down there. We used to go to this place called the Jack's Chaluchi Grill or something. Chalucha Hall, where the fuck that river is down in Fort Myers. We used to go there all the time, and then we drive up, and all of a sudden it's like, it's dark, and the sign's missing. And like, what the hell happened? Well, apparently, the place was kind of sketchy anyways. Like, I didn't really know what was going on in that place. It was like one of those places.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. Are we still recording?
What are you looking at?
Is that red thing still moving? Or is it stopped?
That's not
The red bar. Is there still numbers playing up there?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Or it's just going really slow. Yeah, so that place closed. So we were bummed out. Because the only place you have is like, other than the World of Beers, has an outdoor bar. We can sit outside. And it's like the trashiest people in Fort Myers go there. It's like the very trashy dive bar for the city. And, yeah, so that was closed.
No spring training?
Then we went to spring training on Wednesday, right before we flew out. So
What should everybody play catch?
yes. We get to see starters. We've seen half the starters for the first 2 innings. And then you start getting the high 70s and 80s and 90s pitchers with their numbers.
Yeah.
I think at one point 71, 72, 73, 74, and 75 all pitched. Which is interesting.
But you'll probably never see again.
Never see, yeah. One guy who started, this guy Smith, I guess there was an invite, and he didn't make it in, and I go, well, that guy's not going to have a job. He's going to go play for the Tampa Bay or something like that. Yeah, and then we had to fly home. And we landed last night. It was fucking. I had shorts and a sweatshirt on. It was
Why would you pick that outfit? You know where you're going.
I was at the game. I was at the game.
That's true. Oh yeah, you went from the game. Yeah.
I was gonna switch into my sweatpants, but good thing I didn't because it was a fucking 1,000 degrees on my plane.
Yeah.
I was sweating my balls off. Bad enough when I got up, I told Susie to feel my ass, and it was soaking wet from sweat. The sweat was unbelievable. Yeah, I was sweating like a hooker in church.
Matty ass. Matty ass at the Jacksonville game.
Basically, yeah. So that was my weekend. Anything exciting happened to you?
I've been dealing with a lot of Terminator fans.
Ooh. After your video on the potato?
Yes, that.
A lot of haters?
Blew up.
Did it, yeah?
Yes. On Monday.
Is that your latest one?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I've been saving it.
In like 2 days, it like spiked to over 500.
Oh, wow.
Now it's at 800 and something. And it, for someone who's small like me, that's quite a.
That's a good one.
And I'm trying to understand the analytics behind this because I didn't do much.
Yeah. You just tagged it?
I had like maybe 4 tags.
Okay.
And I didn't put any hashtags. And but then I realized right now there's kind of a lot going on in that universe. But I underestimated the fan. I didn't think the Terminator fan base was as big as it really is because I've been getting it hasn't been. It's been more positive than negative, but like through YouTube comments and through just Terminator message boards because I did my homework on this one and I was talking to a lot of Terminator groups prior to this before I actually even made the video, and I was going back and forth with them. But my God, they are a very dedicated fan base.
It's like the Bills when we did that video for the Buffalo Bills and all of a sudden it blew up.
Yeah, but the Buffalo Bills have kind of always had a fan base. The Terminator too, but like there hasn't really been anything going on.
Did something launch that day or something?
No, but there has been a lot of questioning over the next movie, which is supposed to come out in November. and not a lot of detail is known. So I think that's what gave it a huge spike.
I'm always shocked by how many people will search that stuff throughout the day.
Yeah.
Just to figure out and then they'll obviously come across your video and they're like, oh, that's interesting.
But I don't understand, and I'm trying to figure out myself how I think analytics is bullshit.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think there's any way to monitor anything.
There might be something that helps slightly.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything significant where it's worth dedicating a lot of time
or money into it
to figure out what makes it. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm a nobody here, so I don't know. Maybe there is, but from what I see, I really, and from people I've talked to a part of the community, I really don't think.
I've tried to figure out a million times. I've read videos and blogs and different ways to help increase your analytics, help increase and I can't find anything that's consistent that actually works.
I think it's a combination of it just being a perfect storm, like that. Because that video hit at a time where it went out, and honestly, what the views I'm getting with the Terminator video, or what I thought I would get with the Sopranos, and it didn't.
Yep.
And that's because when it came out, some of the information was already too late.
Yeah.
But the Terminator one hit at a perfect storm time.
Did you increase your subscribers
by 9?
By 9, okay. Which
will go down about 3 or 4. I'm anticipating to go down about 3 or 4 probably by next video.
Which
because I'm going to trash a lot of.
The guy, the Nomadic Fanatic was going at, he goes, half his views are from non-subscribers. So the subscribers don't really mean much. All they do is they get you to be monetized.
Well, no, but subscribers help in the sense that if you're a subscriber to me and then someone goes to your channel, it might all of a sudden put me in their recommended list.
Yeah.
That is where I think a lot of it comes from. I think
if you go to the Packy or you go to the Wicked Explorers and you go to channel that we like, yours pops up. So if you go to the channel, featured channel thing, you could find yours in there. So they kind of link.
But it doesn't. I don't know. It's so weird. Because
and I think the only way one of my videos would pop up after your videos if the tags were similar.
I don't know. I'm still.
But who knows?
Tag things. I don't know. You know what's interesting? I've had suggestions, and it's funny because I don't really watch a lot. I have my personal YouTube account, and I have my potato Whirl Wind Potato account.
The potato.
And I don't have. On my personal one, all of a sudden, for some reason, Arty, and this is why I think phones are always fucking listening.
Yep.
I get this shit recommended to me, and I don't know why.
Have you ever watched it on your phone?
I've watched it from my other account.
Really?
Not my personal one. That's always.
And you getting Tim Tracker and all that stuff?
Yeah, recommended. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's a little odd. Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I came across the Daily Woo.
Well, because you watch similar things like Tracker.
But I was watching the Daily Woo first. A couple of years ago when I was annoying double back and Suzi when I come home and it's my daily channel, daily vlog channel. Yes, Daily Woo. The first one I used to watch was the kid that we had on our show.
Yeah.
What was his face? Sunlight Film.
Yeah. That's right. I got you into that.
The
abandoned.
And then I started watching a lot of that, and then that got me into the Dead Mall series.
Yeah.
And then I was watching Dead Malls, and I was obsessed with Dead Malls.
I will say Liberty Tree Mall is not a dead mall. I watched the video. I don't consider Liberty Tree Mall a dead mall.
You don't think so?
I think it's not.
It has all the signs of a dead mall.
Yeah, I think it's going that way.
It's going there.
But I've always thought it was going that way, and then something happens.
You see my video of the one in Watertown?
I have not seen that one yet. No.
That was we call it actually it's closed now. They actually ripped it down already. That's how dead it was. I got it in right before it died.
That's Watertown.
Is there anything going on in Watertown these days? It was the Arsenal Mall. They were taking it over and making it like an outdoor strip mall kind of thing.
You should have. You should have came to my neck of the woods before Woburn Mall closed.
Oh, Woburn Mall's closed?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's always been dead, pretty much. But
they're
renovating it now. They're going to knock it down and make it like an outdoor, kind of like at Linfield, the Linfield
Marketplace.
Yeah, they're going to make it kind of like that now.
I only been inside the Woburn Mall once. I was taking a class up in Woburn, and I had to kill some time. And there was like a CVS in the Woburn Mall.
Yes, I was still there.
And I went in there, and you literally walk in, there was 7 stores, and then there was the 2 anchor stores, and it was like nothing there.
It was bad. Yeah, Market Basket's going to stay there. That's fine, but everything else is shut down now.
The Woburn Mall.
I don't even consider it a mall.
No, what would be considered a mall? Is it something indoor?
What the hell is that?
What is that? It's like dried ice. I would assume to make this.
It looks like a sorry excuse to charge extra money. Something.
I mean, so that's what It's what Disney is. You don't get a good meal. We figured out the only way you get a good meal in Disney is if you get paid the money. Just go to the fancy restaurants. That like me and her went to dinner a few times. If you just get lunch at the fast food places, the food's terrible.
What would you say is probably the fancy, a restaurant that you wouldn't even go to? It's just too fancy. It's ridiculously priced. Like, what would you say is probably the highest echelon restaurant in Disney?
In Disney, I don't know.
There's got to be one.
We went to the Le Sala, which was the Canadian steakhouse.
Yeah,
and that cost us like $250 for dinner. Yeah. It was like our steaks were like fucking $79 a piece.
Well, that was your during your honeymoon.
Yeah, and then I got the wine. I got a flight of wine, which was pretty cool. It was and then we met the swingers that wanted to take Suzi back. Ooh. She swore they were swingers. The couple we met when we were eating at the Canadian steakhouse. They're very friendly with us. Yeah. Very, very friendly with us. Yeah. Very. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just because they're from the Midwest, but they never know.
No, you never know.
The most expensive place, I don't know. We went to the Yacht Club. That was pretty ritzy.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the most expensive restaurant is. I heard them talk about it. I think it's the one in France. Not the one we ate at, but there's another one in France.
Oh, God.
And you probably spend upwards to a few $100 a person.
Ugh.
I mean, I would once maybe just to see what the hype is about. I mean, but a fucking steak's a steak. How good can you make a steak?
Yeah.
I mean, I can get a good steak at the Continental. You know what I mean? That's going to be just as good as a steak I'm paying triple the price for, you know?
In most cases, yes, but there are rare occations where a good steak is going to cost you.
So it's more of the aged steaks, I guess, like the ones that I don't know what the fuck they call that. You know, like, I was aged for 15 years.
Yeah.
In a cellar and humidity. I'm like, yeah, I want some raw meat that was hanging there for 15 years. This is going to taste great.
Is that the hotel room? Does the hotel room have an oven?
Yeah, I think this is like one of those like suites. Like we stayed in. You weren't with us in Tennessee. Like one of those resident inns.
Oh, okay.
Where they have like a kitchen and shit, which is a good thing to do if you have kids because you don't have to eat out at fucking Disney every day.
No, you do not.
But see Disney.
I have no idea.
Let me hear it.
I can hear it.
I think that's is it this?
No.
Yeah, it's, probably ice is stuck in the
fridge?
Yeah, the compressor in the fridge is sometimes when there's too much ice build up in there, it starts humming.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah. I thought it was like a fire alarm or something going off.
Yeah, that's what too. Maybe across the way.
I was like, what? Say what, homie? But yeah, I mean, what's the most expensive restaurant you ever ate at?
Oh, man. Well, see, I used to go to a lot of those places during like Restaurant Week in Boston.
Okay.
You know, they have that, and I was so happy I did because even though I spent $60 on scallops and bacon, it would have been something like $90, and I got it, and it was literally 3 scallops about the size of $50 with just 3 cut pieces of bacon on top of them.
Isn't that sad?
I was so pissed off.
And that's all they give you. Like, for example, like I was watching one of these YouTube guys, and they were doing like the food and wine thing at like SeaWorld had it.
Yeah.
And for like $65, you get this thing that you wear around your neck, and you get 30 hole punches. So you can eat and drink 30 things for $65. And then they'll go around, they'll have sliders, and the sliders like tiny, like size of like a $50, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like they'll give you like one shrimp and bacon kind of thing for like $5, you know what I mean?
This was at Smith & Winowski.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which sounds like a jewelry store, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
When I first started going to Smith & Winowski, I was like, this sounds like a jewelry store. This is a restaurant? What? Very nice.
The most expensive meal I ever had, I didn't pay for. It was courtesy of the Boston Celtics.
Oh.
When me and Powers went on we flew on the airplane with the Celtics, and they paid for our dinner.
Yeah.
There was a Ruth Chris steakhouse in the hotel we were staying at that they paid for our dinner with.
Mm.
And the steak I got was market priced. It was a so what's that steak I like? That's half sirloin, half T-bone steak, right?
Yeah.
It was like an aged T-bone steak, like fucking I don't know. It was they didn't even have a price on it. It was so expensive. I think it ended up being $150 for the steak, but it fucking melted in your mouth.
Oh, that's the best.
And then we got side, and it was an a la carte place where you have to buy your sides.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, Eric, you want to split a side? She's like, no, just grab your own sides. I'm like, I think I want some beans and potatoes. And I'm like, all right, everyone get their own sides.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what do you want for drink? I'm like, I don't know. Some guy, one of the guys we've got like a 300 bottle of wine for the table. Yeah, it's on the Celtics. Who cares? Then we had appetizers and stuff. So that meal probably cost a few $1,000s when it was all said and done.
Yeah.
And myself probably consumed a few $100 easily by myself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think one of the most expensive meals I ever had, I did not pay for. Okay, story. Actually, I might not have ever told this one, actually. I was on a date, and I was I do not remember the restaurant. I wish I did. I was already kind of hammered when I went. It was at a restaurant in the business district. I remember that much. And I'm meeting up with this girl there, and she runs into somebody at the bar. She was there before me.
Okay.
And she's talking to somebody who she recognized from her building.
Ooh.
And this woman is like significantly older, but she was at the bar, and she was also there waiting for her date. Right?
Okay.
And so me and my date go off. We have our table. And so then the older woman comes over. She's like, listen, I'm on a first date here too. If it doesn't go so well, do you mind if, we come over?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm thinking, I don't know this woman.
Yeah.
I really don't know my date that well.
Was the woman good looking?
And the older woman?
Yeah.
For her age, she wasn't bad. She was like in her 50s. You could tell when she was younger, she rocked it.
Do you think you getting set up for like a three-way?
No.
Perhaps, maybe? No.
Not at all. So, but
Did
anyway,
it cross your mind at least once? Maybe?
No, it didn't. Right? Because I was like, oh my god, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know my date that well. I don't know this woman that well, and I'm obviously not going to know that guy. So,
yeah.
You know what though? Let's see where this goes. Why not? Right? So we're like, yeah, if it goes bad, feel free to come over.
Okay. Yeah.
So me and my date I was with, we were talking and we're hanging out, and it was a great night.
Mm-hmm.
It started off really great, and then eventually they come over and sit with us.
Okay.
And I felt so bad for this guy because he was, he had like. It was kind of creepy, though. He had, like, flowers that he brought. It was very old school, but at the same time, it was so kind of weird.
Did he have a hook hand?
No, but he, like,
good.
had flowers, and, like, he was dressed in a suit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Was he older, too?
Yeah.
So he probably just recently got divorced or something, or his wife died, and he hadn't gone on a date in, like, fucking 35 years.
Yeah.
And he's doing things they were doing back in the 70s.
Probably, and I felt bad, but he was a nice guy. But then... Okay, so we're sitting there, and then he felt the need to kind of like, I don't know if he was trying to strut his stuff and sound cool.
Okay.
Because then he's like, you know what? Get anything you want.
Oh, wow.
I used to run this city.
Oh, well, he did that line.
Right? Yeah, right. He's like, I used to run this city. You know what? Get whatever you want. I got this, right?
Okay.
Well, if you're going to talk like that, game on, right? Me and my date, we're ordering like, this was a place that, by the way, the side of fries, $15.
Where was it?
It was in the business district.
Yeah.
I do not remember the name of the place.
It was like a steakhouse or something?
It was like a side, even just like a appetizer of fries was like close to $15.
It wasn't Moo, was it?
No. I've been there. They weren't that bad, actually.
Yeah.
They're really good. Their steaks are good. But anyway, fine. So we're ordering. At some point, I'm drinking beer out of a champagne glass, by the way. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea that happened.
Some fancy-ass beer.
So, but I feel like in my life, there's a lot of times where things are going good. And I should learn to walk away and then resume again another time and not push it because it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Just walk away. Because what happened after that, Arty, was she says to me, she goes, all right, hey, my best friend, and I want you to remember this. Okay. My best friend is having a birthday party right now.
Okay.
And do you want to come? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? I'm like, listen, I know you don't know me that well, but do you want me to meet you there or do you want me to drive? I'll drive you there. And she's like, okay, cool. So we get in her, she gets in my car. We drive to her friend's birthday party at this bar, right?
Okay.
We walk in, and her best friend walks up and goes, what the fuck are you doing here? To her,
God.
right? This is supposedly her best friend, right? She breaks down, cries on the floor, right? I have to, like, lift her up, right?
Oh, my God. This is a first date?
Yes, right? Right? And she's like, Adam.
That sounds horrific.
You don't understand. She's going to die, Adam. She's like, I have to, like, she's like a diabetic, and she gets drunk all the time and forgets to inject herself. I guess it's her roommate, right?
It's a roommate?
Yeah, it's a roommate, right? And she's like, I have to, like, inject her. Like, she's a diabetic. She always forgets. She's going to die, Adam. She's going to die. And I'm like, okay, first of all, stop screaming. She's going to die. Number one, right?
Now, was this girl already, if you little look it up anyways at this point?
Oh, yeah. She's totally hammered, right? But, like, I would have looked like an ass. Like, she's on the ground. I'm not just going to turn around and walk away out the door. I just would have felt like an asshole. So I have to, like, do something, right? So I'm like, first of all, stop screaming. She's going to die, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, what are you talking about, right? And then I'm all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
First of all. So.
Oh, God, that's awkward.
Yeah, and then I had to listen to it was like an hour and a half therapy session, just sitting in my car, listening to her cry.
Oh, so you know you weren't having sex?
No, I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Oh God, that just Now
And,
you're putting on time. That
I know, but
get back.
I am a softie like that. And
I guess, but
and she was really cool. Beside that, everybody gets one.
Yeah,
you all get one fuck up, right? But if they pursue, I'm gone. If they keep coming, right? Everybody gets one. I'm not perfect either. I'm sure there are times.
If that's usually a good representation.
It
of
is.
someone.
No, it is. It really is. Right. But so then after that, it's like, all right, I'll give it the benefit. Everybody gets one.
Yep.
And then after that, it just became a stream of apologies. Like, she was just so embarrassed.
Yeah.
That she felt like she couldn't see me.
Where'd you meet her?
I actually met her through. I was at a bar and I met her. I was with a friend of mine.
Jewish people date or something like that?
No. Who was I with? Was it James? I don't know. I was with a friend of mine at some bar and near the North End.
Okay.
And we just kind of met up again. It was just a long night. We exchanged numbers. Nothing happened that night. And that was like, God, how many years ago?
That seems a little wild.
20s. Yeah, but that was definitely.
I'm trying to think if I've ever been in a situation where fucking hell was breaking loose on a first date.
But I like when things like that happen, and let me tell you why. It's because I like a date where either things go really good or really bad. If it's kind of average and boring, then I got no story.
Yeah, it's true.
If it sucks, at least I can I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Right. If it's really good, it's really good. I'm gonna see him again. Just when it's mediocre and boring.
Yeah, it's just dull.
It's nothing. I got nothing to go about it.
I've been on dates of that nature, and it's just you run out of things. They're as dry as a chalkboard, and they can't keep up conversation.
And I'm not going to get a story
like
out
you're
of
sitting
this.
there, you're digging for fucking conversation. You know what I mean?
It's like a job interview.
Yeah, it's like you just keep talking. Then when you stop talking, there's silence. Like they can't come up with anything creative to think about. You know what I mean?
So I think I've given up.
Up on the it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I gave up on the dating scene a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's called marriage. That's what happens when you don't want to date anymore.
You're good enough. Your
we'll
issues.
Take you.
Your issues are minimal. Let's go.
I'm gonna sell my stock while I can. I'll sell high. Because you know what? It's a fucking jungle out there.
It is.
It's the idea of being in your late 20s and dating and banging a bunch of broads, I guess, is nice until you realize that the amount of effort that goes involved of just getting on the date, first of all, really takes motivation. You really have to be a motivated individual. And most late 20-year-olds, early 30-year-olds typically of that nature, where they have some kind of jive in them, where they're dedicated. They know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get to a certain point where it's just like you don't get comfortable, but it's not fun anymore.
I think there is, though, a certain thrill to the hunt and like that feeling you get when you meet somebody new and that feeling you get. I can understand that.
There's a thrill, but then I feel as you get older that the want for that thrill just kind of fizzles away.
The motivation,
it's like, oh, that's cool and everything, but it's like then you think about the whole process to go through. Like every relationship you've ever been in that's long, and you think about say you're there for someone for 5 years, you think about the process to get to certain points and how long it takes to get to those certain points.
Yes, it's devastating when it fails,
and it's just very overwhelming.
It is. It's
exhausting and draining.
It is exhausting and draining.
Yeah, you got to meet the parents, and you got to go on. You got to do this thing and that thing, and then
I'm very strict about people who meet my parents. Like, if you meet my parents, you're in.
Yeah,
I will not. I am a good boy. Like you meet my family,
you're a good boy.
That's why I get even more pissed off if I have brought you around my parents, because then my parents start to like them. You know, and then it turns into, hey, how's so and so? And it's like, oh, you know, I feel bad to be like, oh, we're not seeing each other anymore.
There is a very strict screening process in which a girl will go through before she meets my mother. At that point, it usually takes a couple months. Because
well, your mom's awesome. Actually, both your parents are awesome.
My mother's well, my father could care less. I could be dating an asparagus, and he wouldn't.
I don't think so, man. I saw the look on your dad's face on your wedding day. Your dad. I've never seen your dad.
I think it was a look of disbelief. To be quite honest with you, like, this is really.
Do you hear that?
I don't hear the ringing. No. Oh, you going deaf?
I don't know. I'm not going deaf at all. I hear like this.
Usually, when you have ringing in your ear, that means you're
like
losing
a dog thing. I hear this weird buzzing in my ear. What the hell is going on? Suzi, do you hear do you have like a thing? No, God damn it.
Apparently, Adam could talk to dogs.
It sounds like a dog whistle.
Someone's blowing a dog whistle.
Okay, it's going away. That was so weird.
It's like that episode of Seinfeld when only Kramer could hear the dog whistle.
Shit about me somewhere.
Maybe Nolan.
I can hear dog whistles.
Can you really?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell anybody's talking about. It's annoying as fuck.
I don't think I've ever heard a dog whistle before. We should go get one. Experiment.
No, it's an annoying sound. I don't know why. I don't know.
No, but the thing of my mother is she's very a judgmental individual. So you gotta, And then she'll start asking questions. And,
yep.
don't fucking.
But your mom's sweet though. She's not a bad person.
Let her find out for herself. You know what I mean?
But your dad was extremely happy that day. I will say that.
Yeah, he was probably hammy too. Probably had a few martinis.
Nah, he was focused, man. He was watching you and he was smiling wide. He was proud of you, man. He was proud of you.
Yeah. He was willing to help. Another sucker's born every day. But it is what it is. We still got to watch our wedding video. They redid 2 of the videos.
Oh, that finally happened?
Yeah,
we talked about it before.
We got them last week. We still haven't watched them yet. One of these, we'll probably watch them tomorrow before we fall asleep at 8:30. They redid the speeches. They took the music out so we can actually hear the speeches, and then they gave us the introductions, which I'm very curious how that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
I would have gave a lot of money for my sister to fall into the wedding cake. That would have made my night.
Would you have been more angry?
I would have kid. I would have actually.
I feel like Suzi would have been pissed off.
No, I think she would. If Alex went flying into the wedding cake when she did the whole, it would have been. I would have said it would have been a better use of the wedding cake than we did with it.
True.
Because like half the people ate it. You know what I mean?
I
But to have someone fly into a wedding
that's
cake
memorable.
Would be amazing.
Yeah, you're not gonna remember how it tasted. You're gonna remember though if somebody. Yeah.
Like I could just imagine her running and Brian missed her, and she got fumbled off his fingertips and got pushed in a direction that she couldn't control herself, and just went full blown into the cake. Oh God.
Did I even have a piece of that cake? I don't think I did.
I didn't.
No, you guys didn't even sit down.
I have a piece of cake in my fridge that, well, I guess we'll eat in a year.
Yeah, in a year.
They'll tell us we can eat in a year, but then we get a free cake in a year from the place we got married. So,
like how big though?
They give us I think they give us probably a slice, right, of what we ordered.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder what they would do though if it got discontinued in that amount of time. What?
Oh,
Imagine if
botulism.
Just a horrible cake.
Yeah.
All right, and then it's like this isn't gonna work. There's only 4 people that bought that cake that year, and you were one of them. And the next year, that hey, we're here for my slice.
It's like that episode of Seinfeld where Elaine's boss bought a cake from some king and queen's wedding that was 65, 70 years old. And then Elaine seen it in his fridge and started eating it, and she was like, "Yeah, it's a bit stale."
Ugh. That's a real thing.
I guess it can't go bad. I mean, as long as it's not moldy, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there is yolk and all
yeah,
that kind
but
of stuff
I guess
involved in it.
no, it's just
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't
know why that
freezing
became a tradition
cake-
to eat a piece of your wedding cake.
Yeah, who started that shit? That sounds like some.
That's old school shit.
Is it old school?
That has to be way back in the 30s and 40s type shit.
Oh, preservation and
that has to be something because I don't know. We saved it, but I don't know many other couples that do save the cake. But
I think a lot do. But I can't imagine it tasting very good.
I'm always surprised it's still in there when we get back from vacation. And Eric wasn't hungry one night. And he's like, "Ooh, this cake."
Well, he can't smoke right now, so
no, he can't. He's being a very good boy.
I know. I want how much of the portion of your freezer does that cake take up?
It's taking up a good amount of our freezer. It's one of those things. If you have a house and you have a freezer in your basement, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But when you live in an apartment and you share a freezer with 3 people.
Yeah.
And there's only enough room for so many things. It's not a very big fridge. We do. You, I, and double back.
That'd be 2 people.
Well, I meant 3 in general.
3 total people.
3 total people. Yeah. Suzi.
And I did go through my
that's
text.
a
Suzi
man.
did not wish me happy birthday.
Oh, that's fucking not nice.
Did not.
That's
Suzi did not.
yeah,
I
that's
triple checked. I'm so mad at you.
It's not very nice.
I know Maddie and Eric are your favorites, but I'm still here too. Suzi. Bullshit. It's a lie.
And you know Adam's birthday too. You don't know when Maddie's birthday is.
November 29th.
It might be.
I can't.
You don't know when
confirm
Eric's
or deny.
birthday is.
September 29th.
No, 30th, I think.
Oh, it might
I think it's the 30th. I can't remember. I know it's in September. You know when Joey's birthday is? Does she know?
Oh wait, my mom's birthday is this month. Holy shit.
In March?
Yeah, and my dad's is April. That's how I know. I'm the first.
Yeah.
I'm the beginning of a string of birthdays. You right over there, buddy?
Yeah, I got some in my eye.
What's going on? Slurring speech.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
Oh,
things.
dude,
You're rubbing. You're like,
it's gonna be.
man, we're all falling apart.
I'm gonna be recovering a little bit from.
Apparently, man.
We're going to Suze and I and.
Oh, we going now?
Eric and we're all going to Foxwood Saturday.
Oh, you are nice.
You were invited. It was for the Dan band.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Yes.
going to that. No.
We're going to see the Dan band play Saturday and going to Foxwoods for the night.
Oh boy.
So I should be in bed. What do you think? The Dan band's over at
You're turning into Joey.
10:30.
You're becoming Joey.
I might not make it to the concert.
Oh man.
I was yeah, it'll be a pretty. I don't know if I'll make it.
Yeah.
I get tired. Like I look forward to sleep now.
I'm gonna be editing all weekend. That's my plan.
I got a lot of editing to do. I have 5 days.
You have a lot of editing to do. Yeah.
I have 5 days of Florida plus all the POVs.
Yeah, your eyes are gonna get sore from staring at the screen.
Yeah, the POVs are cool though. Those are easy to put together because literally the roller coaster is a minute and a half, and I have a generic intro and a generic outro. That I just have to change the text of what the ride is.
That's not bad.
So I could bang out a POV in 15 minutes. And I use this website. You probably use it too. The YouTube one where you get not YouTube, but you get the YouTube music that you can use.
I actually do not use. I've seen it, but I've never used it.
So it's pretty good. It gives you like the site I use. I know there's a bunch of them. It gives you about 50 songs per for general, like, you know what I mean? Like you want to.
Yeah, I've glanced at it, but I've never really.
It's
is
like
it good
instrumental shit. Yeah. What you got to do is you got to get someone who's like trying to make it famous and use their songs, because then you won't get the won't get flagged or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's because even some of the on the iPhone, when you make a movie, they give you some music you can use.
Yeah, I got some of that too.
And I found that some of them hit me with monetization.
Really?
And I go, why are you presenting these songs to use if I'm going to get flagged on it in YouTube? And it's happening.
But have you looked at the term of what it hit you with? Like, it'll hit you with something.
It was a copyright.
But it'll probably let you use it, but you can never use it for.
So the problem is I could use it, no problem at all. But I could never make money off that video.
Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with that right now because let's face it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but if it was to grow, that would be annoying.
No, if not, that video got like 100,000 hits like their videos do.
Yeah.
And you couldn't make any money off it. That would suck. Yeah. The most views I have right now, 1,800, and it's the double back singing doing the Buffalo Bills shuffle on New Year's Eve after the Bills make the playoffs.
Yeah,
and you just have
infuriating fans,
and you're sitting there in the corner, and then you have Maddie and Eric just staring out with their winter jackets on and hats in the house, and then Suzi jumps on behind everyone and just starts yelling O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I still think the best comment from that whole thing was, "Look at all those beta males."
Mm-hmm. That was pretty good. Oh, the one that I bet all those guys gangbanged that girl. It was such hateful speech from Buffalo Bills fans. It was so amusing.
Joey was being genuine, though.
No, he was.
He was not being.
That's the ironic part of it.
Yeah.
And like someone even posted, he's like, "I know you guys are being ironic, but thanks," or something like that. And I was like, "No, he's literally being sincere into saying congratulations to the Buffalo Bills."
It doesn't help when everybody behind him is wearing Patriots gear.
No,
that's probably.
No. I mean, the Patriots flags hanging.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't get more like And people just read that. You're like, now I don't know how. I guess if you were what's like, I don't know. I never really liked a losing team. I guess. I mean, I'm trying to think back in the day when the Red Sox were kind of mediocre, and if they went to the playoffs, and the Yankees fan was.
I've always kind of liked the Texans, and I don't know why.
The Texans, huh?
I think they'd be my. If I had to, if you're holding a gun in my head, I think they'd be my number 2 team. Maybe it's because there's a lot of ex-Patriot that personnel. Maybe that's why. But I've always kind of liked the Texans, even though they're a joke in the playoffs. I've always sort of kind of dug them.
I'm trying to think who would my team be
in the NFL if you had to pick. You're gonna go Saints because of Suzi.
No, right. But like before Suzi, like who would I go with a team? Like I would, if I had to pick a team that's not the Patriots to be my team. That's a good question. I don't know. I'd probably go Cowboys if I didn't.
Yeah, because of that era. Yeah,
if I grew up in
the Emmitt Smith.
I probably would have went Cowboys. The Cowboys over the 49ers only because the Cowboys had a little more flair to them. They were like a bad boy kind of.
What about right now though? I'm holding a gun to your head. You can't root for the Patriots this year, or you have to root for another team and mean it. Who's it going to be?
Well, you can't do Saints either
because you're going to pick them because.
So I have 30 teams to choose from, huh? I got to choose one team, gun to the head.
Yeah, who's it going to be?
That's a great question. God, I don't know. It's a tough question. Like if I have to like dedicate the whole fucking season to it, huh? Jesus, that's a fucking loaded question. I might go. I don't know, San Francisco maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
I actually might go Browns. Only
Browns
because
a good one too.
They've been such a fucking joke that I kind of feel bad for them.
I think I would.
Even though I hate Cleveland, but
that question, I go automatically to the NFC because I can't root for any AFC teams just for the bias of, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that kind of takes that. I always kind of root for the Cowboys to do all right. You know, even though they're like pathetic these days. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I love when teams don't do good. Like I love when the Jets suck.
Oh yeah.
Like that gets me excited.
That gets anybody excited.
Oh, and the fucking like Giants, the teams that I enjoy seeing just like crash and burn. Well, the Jaguars typically suck most of the time, anyways. So they don't really when they suck, it's just like whatever.
Did Foles end up signing? By the way, I don't even know if he did. I didn't check. He was expected to.
But I do enjoy seeing Carolina fail. I enjoy seeing the Jets and the Giants fail. I enjoy seeing Baltimore fail. I enjoy what the teams. Any team in our division, the Bills or the Dolphins just sucking big dick.
The thing with you though is, and I love egging you on a little bit sometimes. You are one of those New England sports fans that like can't give credit to other teams that you hate, even though credit might be due. Like
that's not true.
Eagles.
No, fuck the Eagles.
See?
They weren't good. Do you know who was good in the Eagles? Nick Foles. He was good in the Eagles.
Yes.
And guess what? They're not keeping him. They're getting rid of Nick Foles to get some other fucking half Jewish guy named Wentz who can't stay healthy half the fucking season.
True. He's gonna be the new Tony Romo.
God, the guy can't hurts himself fucking.
I love
wiping his ass.
love getting you going. I respected the Eagles during their reign,
the Nick Foles thing was impressive. It was a backup quarterback that came out and pretty much did what Tom Brady did.
Okay.
That he was tossed around by a bunch of teams. No one really liked him.
I would love your text mess, Adam. Look at your team. Like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck is he talking?
You're forever
about?
You're forever known as an Eagles fan.
I'm like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I respect them. They're not my favorite team.
No, I don't. I don't respect the team because I respect Foles and his impressiveness, and you got to give it to the guy. The guy was a fucking backup who got cut from the team. Then they brought him back, and he only got started because the backup quarterback, the starting quarterback sucked.
Yeah,
and then
broke down.
And I think there was another quarterback in between the two of them that was supposed to be the backup that never made it or something like that. It was wasn't what's his face in that team for a little while? Sanchez.
Oh God, Sanchez was with them for a while.
He
was the butt fumbler.
Butt fumble. But give it to him. They fucking won. Congratulations. Then what did they do the next year? They sucked.
They made the playoffs. They're a team that actually has quite a bit of talent. I respect them. I don't like the Eagles, but I respect the Eagles. I would say the Texans is definitely my number 2 team.
Okay.
Even though they suck in the playoffs, but
yeah, a lot of potential. No bust.
No,
you know?
all bust.
All bust.
Yeah.
I mean, all bust. Yeah, they can't. They build themselves up, and they always like. They have a 5-star lineup that just doesn't.
They have a great wide receiving core.
Yeah,
they've always been kind of running back.
The quarterbacks are always going to be kind of.
Yeah, he's going to break down too. He's young though. He's one of those runners that scrambles. He's going to break down in 2 years or so. But right now, I don't know. I just like him.
They've never had a solid quarterback.
Yeah, no, they haven't.
Which I think is half their problem. I think any team that doesn't have. I mean, you can look at 10 quarterbacks out there maybe that are worth a talk about. You know what I mean? What do you think of the Pats potentially trading for Rosen?
I don't know if that's all rumor, if that's could really happen. I mean,
so the Pats have 6 picks during this draft.
Yeah, and a lot of them are in between the second and third round.
Yeah,
too,
so they got
second and fourth round.
They got a first rounder, obviously 32nd. They got 2 or 3 second rounders and 2 and 3 third rounders.
I think we can all know that first round pick is going to get traded for 3 fourth rounds.
Yes,
and third. That's
basically it's going to happen for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
But the same Rosen could probably go for a second rounder.
He's in Arizona, right?
Yeah, because they think Arizona might be going for that kid. What's his name? The kid who plays baseball, but he's going to come in.
Yeah, he said he's not going to do baseball.
Yeah,
but he's like 5'10" and a half. He's the shortest one.
And what's his name? I forget his name. McCurry? Is it Murray or something? Murphy or something?
I can see his face, and I can't place his
They think
name.
he's going to get picked by Arizona.
But I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Which Rosen's not a. Here's the deal: you can get Rosen for a second round, which is a nothing, which is probably a second round we got 5 years ago from another team, right?
I say get him.
Let him.
We need to get. We need a quarterback.
We need some kind of future right back there.
Yeah. And, it's time.
And Hoyer is not that guy.
No, he's not.
Hoyer is fucking Scott Zolak.
And let's face it, a Brady injury, his career's done.
Yeah.
He's not going to come back from that. He's in his 40s now. At 20-something, yeah, fine, whatever. In your 40s, it's over.
He goes down, it's over.
It's over.
He might as well just, that's it. Write the book and sign the papers and That's it.
And you know what? A part of me is gonna be angry, and then I'm gonna laugh and make fun of it and be like, "Oh, TB12.
Yeah.
Look at you being pliable."
I mean, I feel a lot better if we had that guy ready to go. You know, because he
I know. I know. I just hope, though, if he is going to break down, and that's the way Brady is going to end, I hope it happens week 1 and not week, 14.
God, yeah, going for a fucking playoff run.
Yeah, right, like week 14, right?
Undefeated season, and he goes down week 14.
At least week 1, we could be like, all right, well, we can just fucking write this year off. And
it's like when he went down and fucking Castle took over, 5 minutes into that game.
But Castle... They still did an okay year over, I would say, Castle over freaking Hoyer now.
Yeah. But Castle we didn't know much about.
No,
so
we didn't.
Every week was like, oh, they won. That's good. Oh, he's doing all right.
True.
And then they don't make the playoffs because they fucking lose a tiebreaker to Miami or something like that. Like Miami wins the division that year, and they lost the tiebreaker to the fucking Jets. They had the same record.
But let's face it, that wouldn't happen next year because Hoyer.
No. I don't. If they said Hoyer's starting fucking quarterback for the Patriots, you're gonna see. I'm gonna get called real quick for people who try and get rid of the season tickets to fucking want someone to bring them up. Because there's no way in hell. Which the best you think they go with Hoyer? 8-8.
Well, that's the best I could hope for any quarterback backup. But yeah, probably. But here's what's gonna happen: if Hoyer takes over, I would even say the first 2 games. Yes, he's going to be, oh, my God, where's Hoyer been? Oh, my God. And then he's going to fall off a fucking cliff.
Yep.
Right? Because usually a lot of quarterbacks, they've been sitting on the bench a while, and the first couple games, they're really in there.
They get the burst, yeah.
And then they show why they're a backup.
Well, yes, because they have a few tricks, but those tricks can get you only so far.
Yeah.
They can't reinvent themselves week after week. They just use those same tricks.
Like Fitzpatrick did.
Yeah.
He's going to have 2 games that are amazing.
Do you remember when he was in fucking Tampa? Was that last year or the year before last?
He lit it up.
Yeah, he the 3 games as a backup, lit it up, and halfway through week 5, it was like
picks and,
he was
all
done.
Over the place.
Back to fucking Fitzpatrick of the old days.
Yep.
You know, but hey, if you could make a professional career out of being a backup quarterback.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this. Hell yeah, I'd do it.
I mean, we were looking at, I posted the other day in the Packy, when you put someone on, what they call it, the franchise tag them.
Yeah.
If you franchised a quarterback, even if he was your backup, $26 million for being a backup. That, I mean, a lot of teams wouldn't franchise tag your backup.
No.
Because it just... Sometimes that backup we may be making more money than the starter quarterback.
San Francisco just franchised their kicker.
Well, we did that one year.
I think we almost did, but did we really?
Yeah, we did that Gostkowski 3 years ago.
We didn't this year, thank God.
We didn't franchise tag anyone, and both the punter and the kicker are up.
Oh, who's that kicker right now?
Which I'm surprised because wouldn't you use the franchise tag unless they're trying to work out some kind of deal to give them less money? Because the minimum was $3.5 million for a kicker if you franchise tagged them.
Oof. That's still a lot, though, for a kicker.
It is, I guess, and especially if you try to dance some money under the cap because you're trying to pick up a receiver like Julio Jones or Beckham Jr. Who do you think? Do you see Pierre Gaston? It's a free agent now.
Yeah,
you know the Pats are bringing him in to work
Even
him out.
though he's old as fuck.
Yes,
yeah,
they're bringing him in.
This is true. I almost wrote something about this today, but I'm gonna pull this right here. So the Bears just signed a kicker, and his last name, I'm not even kidding, this sounds like a joke, is Blewett. Blewitt.
Well, that
is his last name.
That poor guy has already set himself up for fucking failure.
His name is Chris Blewett.
Chris Blewett. And you know what? I can't wait to see the fucking first game he misses a kick that ends it on the newspapers.
Oh, it's pretty predictable what that headline
Blewett.
Right?
And that's all I was going to say.
Blewett blows it or something like that. Yeah.
Blewett. That sucks. I would have changed my name. God, imagine if he's like the best kicker of all time. He surpasses Adam Vinatieri, who is coming back for another season.
Yeah.
Didn't he look like an old man that game?
That game was bad, but overall, he actually all season was really good.
Yeah, he just kind of choked a little bit, huh?
No, yeah, he
got a little nervous.
Yeah, you guys were all over the group. He's washed up, like New England fans. He's washed up.
Who was the Colts playing? They were playing
it was a
Kansas City.
Game. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, it was
Kansas City.
I think it was Kansas City.
Yeah,
and it was like, he missed 3 field goals. And God, I hope this is not the last game he's playing.
Yeah.
Like, he's historically known for the game winner, that Super Bowl in 2002. And,
I don't think that game was in a dome, though, was it? If it was against Kansas City, it definitely was in Kansas City.
It was not in a dome, yeah.
So
it was domeless.
He'll get his kicks in next year
That's
in the
right.
dome.
So was that against Kansas City or was it against someone else? I can't remember. Who did we play in the first round? We got a bye for the first round.
Yeah,
then we played.
And then we played Kansas City.
And we played Kansas City in the AFC Championship. But there was a game, the divisional round. Who did we play?
What is wrong with me? Yeah, we did.
Was it?
Oh wait, no, we played Kansas City. Then we played. Oh wait, the Rams was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What the fuck is?
Who did we play? Sue, do you remember who we played in the divisional round?
Hold on. This is embarrassing.
It was not the Colts.
No.
Was it Baltimore?
The Chargers. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it was the Chargers. That's right, because they were the fucking hottest team going in at that point.
We blew them out, 41
right.
to 28.
Yeah, so that means the Colts.
Wow,
yeah, so the Colts were playing Kansas City.
So you're already getting old. Look at that.
Jesus Christ, the Chargers.
Should have known that.
The Chargers are a very forgetful team though, because I forget all the years that we played them in the playoffs, even in the beginning of the run.
San Diego.
Superchargers, San Diego. The Village People fucking did the song. It's the best fight song for any team.
It really is.
And unfortunately, it's useless now. You can't even use it anymore.
No, you can't.
Los Angeles Superchargers. Fucking LA. God.
Oh man.
I hope. I hope. I know it's unrealistic. The Bruins or the Celtics will make the finals this year, but it would bring me great joy if they did play another LA team and we had the fucking threefer in the same year.
Come on, man. We've already had a World Series, a Super Bowl. Come on.
I know.
That's still 50%. That's pretty damn good.
Shooting my dick out there, but but this is the second time it's happened in 10 years, though. The two teams make it. It's been a very long time since three teams have won it.
Yeah. But some cities don't even have one, so it's kind of like
because those cities are fucking losers. Okay, if your city has not won a fucking championship in any sport, then basically you should be smart enough not to like that team anymore. If you're fucking 70 years old and you're liking a team like the fucking Browns that's never won a Super Bowl and you're still sitting there rooting for the Browns,
I consider that dedicated.
Then kill yourself.
I consider that dedicated. Maybe it was something you and your father bonded with when you were younger.
Then then you realize your father was a fucking moron for liking a shitty team. That's what the light will go on your head. Grandpa, you weren't too smart. Your team was not good. It was not a good team. You had like the bad team.
I know, Tommy.
No, but you see, speaking of LA, just bringing up the fucking LA Lakers are doing so bad that now LeBron's limited to every other game now.
I heard.
They're shutting him down for the season.
Oh my god.
Talk about the team is still in playoff contention.
They just have no chemistry. They got nothing. Like at least they're not the Celtics. I mean, at least the Celtics aren't as bad as them.
The Celtics has flashes of light. Like 2 nights ago, they beat fucking the Golden State by 20.
Yeah.
Right? In Golden State. And then last night, Hayward's winning shot to win, right? Like, they have flashed. There's potential. If the Celtics could get their shit together and stay on the same page, they could be really, really good.
Too many me's.
They got to stop that shit.
That's what happens.
That's what they got to stop that shit, and then they can figure it out.
You can't do it. You can't do it with me.
And see, the people in LA are like, fucking LeBron doesn't want us here, so who cares?
Yeah.
LeBron's done. He's not winning in LA. I can tell you that much.
I haven't checked his stats this year though.
He passed Jordan the other night for most points.
Yeah, but I mean that's an over accumulation of years. But I wonder this year in particular, statistically,
how
he's been.
Fucking good. I mean, he's a fucking goofball. I mean, he's my age, and he looks like he's about fucking 70. He aged poorly, very poorly, which black men usually age very well.
Yes, they do.
He aged like terribly.
I think actually Asian people. Let me finish though before you interrupt though, because I have a feeling you would. But I feel like Asian people age the best to a certain point.
Yes.
And then I would say around like 60, all of a sudden their face turns to a dry raisin.
It's like a 60-year-old Asian person looks like they're in their 30s.
But then all of a
sudden,
then
they turn 61 and they look like your stereotypical like old Asian person you see like whose eyes can't open and they have like they're on the Great Wall pulling a fucking bag of rice. You know what I mean? Like Genghis Khan looking shit. Like they go from looking youthful and young to terrible.
Yes, they do.
I don't know, man. Let's take the switch. Hear about Alex Trebek?
Yeah,
he's gonna die soon.
I was like, who's gonna take over Jeopardy?
I know. I didn't realize he was 78.
I didn't realize that either. He still looks good for 78.
And they gave him a contract till he was 81.
Yeah, damn.
Jesus, I guess he's
Stage 4 though. That's tough to beat that.
The problem with pancreatic cancer is you don't know it until it's too late. It's like Patrick Swayze.
At least it's quick though.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze got it. He dirty danced himself right into a coma.
My friend's mom died of that too.
Yeah. The good thing about getting a cancer like that, you end up dying from pneumonia, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Like that's how most people.
At least it's quick.
Most people have AIDS. They end up dying from pneumonia.
Yeah, or, some sort of like even
a
just
cold.
a common cold.
Yeah. Which I don't know. You just get like it's a pain. You just do it in your sleep. I guess.
I don't want to die from some cancer that's gonna leave me there hanging for like years. And then
no, you don't want a cock tease cancer, like a skin cancer.
No,
that's a cock tease.
That's
right
an easy
there.
one to get rid of if you catch it.
Yeah, but then it keeps coming back. It's like it keeps. You think you're good. You know?
That made me paranoid, definitely.
Testicular cancer?
My dad's a cancer survivor, actually. My dad
really?
Yeah, he had prostate. But
Jesus.
They caught it so early he didn't even need chemo.
I was going to say, a lot of people have prostate cancer. It's such a slow-moving cancer. A lot of like guys in their 70s get it when they find it, and you'll end up dead from something else before it actually kills you.
But, like, if you're someone like Eric who doesn't go to the doctor, it'll kill you because you would have gone. But, like, they caught it so early in my dad, though. He didn't even need chemo. He just had surgery, done.
Yeah.
And, of course, you have to go for his checks.
Could they take the prostate out? Is that what they do?
No, they cut it. They cut it out where he was, and it didn't really affect him that much.
How did it affect his sex life? Did you ask him?
He said it wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why he told me that, but he did.
That's a fun fact. Like, Adam, I just want to tell you. I'm
at the time, he told me that. I'm like, Dad, I didn't need to know this.
I'm still going to be having sex.
But so, yeah, he didn't really need chemo, just the surgery, and they caught it that early, which was good. So modern medicine, has its benefits.
Let's go to the. Here's your PSA for the week, guys. Just go to the doctor. Get your twigs and berries checked out. Get a nice fuller exam. It doesn't hurt. Like I go to the doctor, they give me a blood test. Yeah. He's like, have you had sex with women? Yes, sir, I have. All right, we're giving you a blood test. My doctor looks like Harry Potter. I remember one day he was fucking cutting me open to take my mole off of me one day. And he was like blaring like fucking AC/DC in the things. He was cutting me open singing. I don't know how I felt about that.
Oh, either. On that note.
Yes. Yeah, so you plug in the potato.
Oh, yeah, always. Check out the Whirl Wind Potato.
Nice. You can see the potato on the packy.com, too. Just click on it and subscribe.
Subscribe, everybody.
And also check out
the Whirlwind Explorers and everybody involved.
Couple of weeks.
The Whirlwind Explorers.
It's a
sub-channel.
Are we merging? Are we doing a crossover?
Whirlwind Explorers. I actually kind of like that.
That's when me and you go to Canterbury Lake together?
Yes.
With the Whirlwind Explorers?
Today we're the Whirlwind Explorers.
Sans Sue. Noel's like, Daddy, what you talking about? And also check out the Wicked Explorers ride POV coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. And we'll see you guys next week. Next Wednesday. We're back on Wednesdays next week. We'll see you then. Have a good week. Bye.